Thank you for joining me this evening. On tonight's episode, we're going to talk about how victims are being targeted.
It starts very slow. People have an idea that if someone's sexually abused, they're grabbed off the street and stolen away, and it's physically violent. For most people like me, it's a very gradual process that the pedophile gets to know the child. Pedophiles are patient.
So with the access of social media, that really gives a doorway for a lot of these predators to gather information about our young girls. So they're gathering information like their likes and dislikes. They might also be finding out what kind of relationships they have at home, if they're isolated, if they're vulnerable, if they have certain things where they're looking for additional support.
How did you get them alone?
Grooming. I would check out their family situation. I would check out their clothing to see how well they were, financially. I would check out their social interaction with other kids.
As we know, social media, a lot of people use that as an outlet to vent, to express things that are going on. So you do have young girls and youth out there that are expressing how they feel on social media. Parents, if you aren't aware, there are actually teen dating groups, and they range from age 12 all the way up to the early 20s. Now me, I don't believe a 12-year-old and a 20-something-year-old have anything in common, but those are pages that they have access to. They vet who actually gets access to it. So all that is actually ways that a predator could possibly be targeting your child. So it's really important to pay attention to those kind of things. I want you to pay attention to the kind of groups that your children are attached to. I want you to pay attention to maybe who they're communicating with, because I had a recent friend explain that there are girls out there that said that they are comfortable with meeting someone online that they've never met in person. So all those things are important to talk about when addressing what kind of tactics that these predators are using to target their victims.
Where were your parents during this time?
Robert knew my whole background. He knew that I came from foster care. Mm-hmm. He knew that I didn't have a father figure in my life. He knew that my mother's mother had just been hospitalized for cancer, and my mom was dealing with that. I mean, he knew all of these things. So I'm not to blame all of it on him, but my mother was not fully focused on me at that time.
Right,
so
you were very vulnerable.
When I first met him, it's kind of like it was an interview. I tell people. He asked me specific questions. Do you have a boyfriend? How old are you? When I said I was 17, he said, well, your mother let you come to Chicago. I didn't ask her when she let me. I just told him, yeah. You get what I'm saying? So, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for a long time. It's pretty much standard procedure for him.
So remember, pay attention to what your young children are posting. Pay attention to who they're talking to and what groups they're attached to. And make time to spend time with them, because it could be just something small as you taking an hour out of your day to sit down and have a conversation. Taking 30 minutes to call them and to say, hey baby, how was your day? It's your presence, and that 30 minutes or that 20 minutes or that little bit of time that you have can make a world of difference. And really try to be present as much as you can. Make it intentional to be as present as possible. So tomorrow we're going to go into a deeper dive on how these predators are gaining the trust of their victims. So remember, this content is exclusively here on Facebook. On this page, we speak, they speak, and thank you for tuning in tonight.